Hello everyone, welcome to Vishesh Educational Videos. In this video, I am explaining importance of good interface designing. That means why a good interface design is necessary, and also along with that benefits of good interface designing, right? I will explain. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. To get the notification of my new videos, please click the bell icon, and please don't forget to like the video, and please don't forget to share the video with your friends. So let me begin the explanation of importance of good interface designing, and also along with that I'll explain the benefits of good interface design. So today, in spite of rich technology and tools, we are unable to provide a good interface designing for the user. Why means because of lack of time. You know that. So we developed a particular software with respect to deadlines, right? So we have to develop a software within the given amount of time. So sometimes we may give less importance to interface designing, right? So we may give more importance to other aspects of the software, but chances are there we may give less importance to interface designing. So main reason, in spite of today's rich technologies, due to the lack of time, so we may unable to give a good interface to the user. And also a well designed interface is terribly important to the user, because interface is like a bridge, right? Using the interface only, user can see all the capabilities, whatever the capabilities that are present in your computer. That's why giving a good interface design to the user is very important. And also interface can be used to do complex tasks in the system, right? So to do the complex tasks, I require my interface to be very simple. That's why while designing the interface, you have to take care in such a way that it should be very simple, right? So user should get satisfied, right, with that interface, right? A screen layout's appearance, that means interface appearance affect a person in variety of ways. Suppose if our interface is confusing and inefficient, right, people will have greater difficulty in doing their jobs, right? So that's why your interface should be very simple. It should not be confusing, it should not be inefficient. If it is confusing, obviously people will face difficulties for doing the jobs, right? So obviously difficulty in doing the job means it will lead to more mistakes, right? So screen layout appearance should be very simple, it should not be very confusing. If it's confusing, definitely it will lead to difficulty in doing the jobs and to do more mistakes. And also if your interface is very poor, right, it may lead that some people may permanently move away from the system. Permanently move away from the system means they don't use the system at all because of the poor interface designing, right? That's why it's very important for you to give a very good interface and a very simple interface, that in that way user can use the interface in a more easy way, right? Also if your design is poor, it can lead to the frustration and also increased stress, right? So these are all the problems, right, that can arise if your design is not good, right? So that's why while designing the interface, you have to take care You have to take care lot of things. You have to take care of lot of things, right? So if your interface is good, then what are the benefits you can expect, right? So next we will see that. So benefits. So the benefits of a well-designed screen have also been under experimental scrutiny for many years. That means, so this is like a experiment. Researchers are trying to improve the interface designing by doing so many uh, experiments, right? For example, so one researcher attempted to improve screen clarity and readability by making screens less crowded. That means, in a simple words, you can see this is the example for the interface that is crowded. Crowded means you can see there lot of options are included in a single screen. He tried, researcher tried, he tried to include almost all the different options in a single screen. This is not a good idea because this screen looks crowded. He tried to include almost all the option in a single screen. We should not do like this. We should not do like this. So you can see there screen users, right, of less crowded screens completed the transaction in 25% less time and with 25% fewer errors than those who used the original screen. So this is a experimental data. So researcher tried, right? He tried using the interface that is less crowded. So if the interface is less crowded, you can see that 25% less time and 25% fewer errors. If interface is crowded, definitely it may lead to the more errors and more amount of time is consumed, right? That's why if your design is good, if your design is less crowded, it may lead to, right, user satisfaction, more user satisfaction, right? Along with that, another researcher has reported that reformatting inquiry screen, right, if you reformat the inquiry screen, right, so it will reduce the 40% time. It may reduce the 40% time in decision making. For example, you can see here, this is one simple example of a inquiry screen. Here, while designing a inquiry screen, right, you have to select only the most important things that are necessary for the user to submit the inquiry, right? So obviously, if your inquiry screens are good, if it contains very less number of options, and also if it covers more information with a less number of options, obviously it will save the time. That's why if your design is good, right, like this, if your design is good, if it's simple, obviously it will save the time by about 40%. According to this researcher, it will reduce the time by 40% if your interface of inquiry screen is formatted properly, right? So totally it may result in the savings of 79% years, right? This is one experimental data. So these are the benefits of a good interface designing, right? And also, what are the other benefits? Main benefit is training costs are lowered because training time is reduced. Why training time is reduced here? Because if your interface is simple, if your interface is less crowded, if your interface is reformatted properly, if your interface is organized properly, obviously I don't need any training. User can easily understand the interface without any training. That's why training cost will be reduced. And also Support line costs also lowered. Support means if user facing any problem, he will call the helpline, right? Definitely, if your interface is good, the helpline will user won't use the helpline much. That's why, right? Helpline costs will also be reduced, and also employee satisfaction is increased. Employees will be satisfied if your interface is very simple and it's very nice, because obviously employee will get satisfied because he is not feeling any stress, he is not feeling any frustration, right? That's why employee satisfaction will be increased if your interface is good, right? Hope you're understanding. Suppose if you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the comments. And another benefit is, right, customer benefits. What is the meaning of customer benefit? Suppose if your interface is good, right, customer satisfaction will be improved. If a customer satisfaction is improved, obviously it will benefit the organization, because customer will use, right, customer will use that organization product, right? They won't prefer other organization products, because compared to other organization products, this organization interface is very simple. So that's why, right? So when a customer is benefited, it will indirectly affect the organization also, right? So if the improved service, if the customer is going to receive the improved service, obviously the profit of the organization will also be increased. Getting? And also, if your interface is simple, you can easily identify and resolve the problems, right? So you can easily identify and resolve the problems. So that's why obviously it will lead to the economic benefits to the organization. During the design and development process also, right? If you have a good design, you can easily identify the problems thereby, so you can avoid the extra costs, right? So if you have a good design, these are all the benefits, right? So you can reduce the design costs, you can reduce, right, you can reduce the training cost, and also you can improve the customer satisfaction, right? So you can improve the customer satisfaction through less crowded screens, and also you can reformat the inquiry screens in such a way that it will increase the customer satisfaction, right? So these are the benefits of a good interface design. So that's it. Suppose if you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video.